would decide my opponent in loser's bracket round 1. And I'm not even joking, if either the winner of that race was 20 seconds slower, or the winner of the race, or no, if the winner of the race was 20 seconds slower, or the loser was 20 seconds faster, I would have had to race the winner of the previous Zelda 1 tournament in the brackets, in the losers round bracket.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was so scared. And somehow, I know seeds obviously because of, a 13 and 52 seed being 20 seconds apart. Seeds don't mean too much, but by seed I'm actually predicted to win my losers bracket race, which just seems silly to me. Because, the thing is, you can be a really low seed compared to what you'd think just by being, faced against good racers, really good racers in the seeding stages. Oh, we're going. The race is going. Is the stream up?
I don't see the stream up.
Okay, because the race just started.
Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another fabulous race for the All Stages race. I got my friend here, Laurie DeBeaver, and I've got myself, Bob Dead Builder, and the races are off.
Alright, so we're gonna see both racers go with Cutman first, because that's how you go fast. It's the quickest stage to do first. That's just simply the reason we do it first. I don't really know how else to explain.
Right?
Yeah. But, okay, no, in all actuality, Cutman stage is a rather technical stage. There's a lot of tricky jumps that the racers are going to try and make. I guess we should, actually, speaking of the jumps and tricks our racers are going to have to do, I guess we should take a second to talk about our racers, maybe. I don't know how they did in their groups or what their PBs are, but I mean, they made the bracket, so I'm expecting theirs. They obviously seem to have knowledge of the game, which is more than I can say.
Well, it looks like that they're typically when you start Cutsman first, they're gonna be going to Elecman here next, glitch through the walls to get the mag beam. Yeah. Typically, I've only seen one racer this tournament that would start as Gutsman. You don't typically see that just because you glitch through the walls on the Elecman stage, and that was Squidman, and unfortunately, I believe he lost his match. But
yeah, I also did. I also did Gutsman first, and I lost my matches.
There's no shame in that.
Yeah, no. I mean, I improved a lot. I improved my time by over 3 minutes within this tournament, so I can't really complain. But coming up on the boss here, both runners did very well in this stage. Cutman is, I'd say a boss, but I mean, I don't really know how to explain it again. Just witness.
I just know it's early. And we've got Einea first getting Cutsman down first, and adef on his heels. This could be a very close race if these guys keep it up.
Absolutely, but I mean, we've still got another at most there's around 20 minutes, so a lot can happen in that time.
Those of you, if you're just starting to watch this tournament, typically, Elecman's stage, it's a tower climb. We call that the tower. This coming up part here in about a few seconds, they're gonna most likely do the corner jump, but if they fall, that's typically a 12-second loss. Einea, but there was no hesitation to get that corner jump, and looks like adef makes his corner jump with ease as well. So typically, yeah, it looks like these guys know their stuff.
Mm-hmm. And taking a second to address a question in chat about PBs to kind of gauge who here is, I don't want to say more likely, but who is statistically looking. Okay, no, I don't want to imply that the one with the better PB is a better player, and I don't really know how to word it without saying that. Their PBs are, adef has a 1958, and how do you say the name of the person on the right? I'm terrible with pronunciations.
I'm going to say Einea.
Einea? I was going to say, like, Einea, but I think Einea.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah. Einea has a 2041, so adef has a slight PB edge, but that's only a PB edge by about 43 seconds, so anything can happen.
Absolutely. Early in the tournament, we saw a Tubes jail, and I believe Squidman was able to pull ahead, a commanding lead in that last Wily 4 stage, so yeah, typically, it's too early to call.
And according to Prissy in chat, it's pronounced Einea. So we were both wrong.
Womp womp.
Well, as I said, better PB doesn't really mean instant winner. Upsets do happen, and also, it's a small PB gap. We have Einea in the lead. Einea in the lead entering Electman, but adef took the lead back within the stage. So the lead could easily fluctuate between these two runners. So, Iceman is the third stage, and Iceman is... This first screen isn't too much. They're gonna be using the magnet beam that they got last stage, and fortunately both of them got it without magnet jail last stage.
ND jail, as most of us call it.
Yeah, that too. This is probably not a game I know a lot about. I'm a sham. No, but...
For sham.
When you're in water, I think it makes you move slightly slower. That may just be me sounding like an idiot, but it's better to go over the water. And then adef doing nice there, getting a small zip with the magnet beam and blasting off, and then jumping over the screen. Yeah,
if you're not familiar with that zip, folks, that's actually the Ice Pixel zip, which is pixel perfect.
Wow. No wonder I haven't gotten it then.
Well, if Stefan Things and the Squidman can get it, I believe you can. Just needs practice.
Yeah, again, this is not a game I play very much. We have nice corridor zip from adef. If you can position a magnet beam in the right spot, you can kind of do a little zip in the ceiling of the boss corridor, and it saves a little bit of time because, as you can tell, the speed of that zip is much faster than the speed of just normal walking to the right. And first major instance of the select trick to kind of refresh the hitbox and get a very quick kill on Iceman for both racers. This is still close.
You got adef just getting into Fireman with Einea, is that what it says? Yeah, I'm bad with pronunciations too. On his heels.
I was complimented on my pronunciation for saying Einea correctly. So I believe that's it.
Yeah.
And both of them getting a nice little zip to skip through a little bit of stuff in Fireman stage. Fireman stage is honestly one of my favorite looking stages when done right, just because the insane amount of magnet beams to get through the stage quickly is really just cool looking, especially again with all the zips like you see adef do there. When it comes to the points you get from a boss, I actually don't know if it's random. I think. I mean,
well,
I don't know.
As far as I know, the points don't really matter, other than the bonus points that slow you down at the end of the stage.
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about, the boss points.
No, I think each robot master's assigned a point value, but as far as the points getting, it doesn't matter as long as you don't want to get those dots that are from the mob drops.
Oh, okay.
Because
nice.
it does slow down your time for every bonus point that you get.
Yeah. Nice, what's it called? What's the name of the thing? The fire zip. The fireman zip at the end of the stage from both racers. A nice fireman fight from adef. Einea's just entering the fight. So Bomb Man is another pretty interesting stage.
Yeah, you got another zip that you can do it later in the game, but one of my favorites is the Sniper Joe dance.
It's the greatest.
Right?
Yeah, no. But yeah, there is a pretty decent zip later in this stage. You use this ice here, and you can. This was one of the stages I actually learned all the strats for, because when I was getting into this game, I was told one of the easier zips was in Bomb Man. So it's one of the only stages where I really know all the small techniques. I still can't get the zip though.
And you've got adef getting his visual cue from the ladder.
And getting
you don't even need the beam weapon to have energy in it to initiate it, is what I understand. That's how easy it is. It looks
cool though. And Einea also getting the zip down, nice.
Looks like Einea is not going to get a good pattern from Bomb Man, but it was able to get him down just a little bit slower but quick.
So, Gutsman, if you don't know or don't do the early magnet beam, then this is usually where you'll start, because besides doing the glitch, it's the fastest way to get a magnet beam as quick as possible. And with the magnet beam, it goes a little bit quicker. Mostly because of those beginning platforms, you can just run over them.
Not to mention, you can bypass all these miners.
Yeah, I have to deal with these. These miners are not nice enemies, and the ability to jump over them is just great.
Got Big Blue that jumps over. Nicely done. Let's see if you can get the corridor zips. Nice. Goes for the swag knockback. At this point, adef should have switched over to Buster after firing the first bomb. He lost some time, allowing Einea some time to catch up, and Einea gets the swag grab.
That is the greatest grab.
And this is where glitchless routes is nice to have on backup in case you miss that bomb weapon explosion.
Yep. So right now, if I know how to count, which I think is debatable if I have the knowledge on numbers, there's only 4 seconds of difference between our racers currently, so this is a close race entering Wily, and Wily is not kind.
One thing we'll have to watch for is the race spikes. If you don't jump just right, you're gonna bonk your head and fall into the spikes. And looks like adef is having trouble with the Cheetos.
Yeah, and neither of them went for the zip in this stage, which I know it can be a fairly tricky zip, so I don't blame either racer for skipping out on it.
Honestly, it's not a zip that I see often in this tournament.
I mean, yeah, I've not watched too many races. And see, look, even with just small movement, Einea's already tied up. This is basically in sync right now.
Yay for frame sync.
Yay. Look at that. This is crazy. And it looks like with just a little bit of a platforming falter on adef's side, Einea pulled ahead in that. So, rather impressive, but you gotta be ready for the Yellow Devil. The pattern in which the parts of the Yellow Devil come at you, I think is the same every time.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's to the point where I can usually do it without getting hit, which, I'm not gonna say this boss is easy, but maybe with the select trick it's a little bit easy.
Einea gets the quick kill. adef has a little trouble, but
I mean, hey, it's still a one.
Yeah, this race is still close, so we can't even call it right here.
No, you can't really call it until it's me versus Cool Kid, and the seeds are like 8 minutes of difference. I mean, Wily 2 is not fun. I mean, I guess it's fun, but it's very challenging. Einea taking some time to get some magnet beam energy that adef skipped, so adef is now in the lead. But it's a very small lead.
Yeah, it might pay off in Wily 3 when they have to do the corridor zip.
Yep.
Looks like both are gonna get refilled their mag beam, so
yeah.
Let's if you can get the bomb sneak, as some of us call it, that'll actually save you like 2 or 3 seconds, but unfortunately both of them miss it. And you've got Einea going for the fire skip. Oh, adef manages to pull it off too.
Yep, both of them got it, and this is crazy. It looks like Einea got out a little bit lower in the wall though, so that's a second or so or something saved for Einea. What is this, a 3-second difference right now?
Maybe closer to 2, actually.
I counted 3 seconds of difference of when the machine leaves the screen, so I'm gonna say 3.
Oh,
and
Einea.
Nice fights for those.
Yeah, that was almost a clean fight on both of them.
I think adef might have been a little bit faster. I think, yeah. This is a 2nd difference right now.
Again, like I was explaining earlier, those little dots will slow you down, so that puts Einea just a little bit ahead, but not by much.
This is crazy.
Einea having a little trouble with that last zip.
We're getting better through the hallway. I want to see if any of these racers will go for any dupes.
So how many dupes, guys? How many dupes?
We have a Guts already, and adef's going Buster. We already had a dupe on Einea's side. 2! Just needs 1 more and we have the good fight. There we go! Good fight from Einea. It looks like adef played it safe, so gonna lose a little bit of time here. Dupes anyways. Block.
Nice. They're gonna have to pull out the stops, like, because this is so close. They are gonna have to pull out the stops, get boys and ghouls, in order to win this match.
Einea has a, I want to say, 5 or 6 second lead due to going for the dupes that adef didn't, and good zip on the first try. From both. Let's see a refight skip. Ooh.
You do want to be careful with the refight skip. You can land yourself in the tubes jail, which is a semi-soft lock, but looks like Einea finally gets the initiation, and adef not quite pulling it off, so it may look like Einea is going to be winning this match.
Yeah, adef's struggling, unfortunately. Taking a death to bomb, man. Not fun.
Yeah, I agree with Prissy there. adef got trolled.
Absolutely. Maybe we see? Alright, and adef still struggling with the refight skip. Well,
not quite high enough.
Einea gets a first place time of 20 minutes 39 seconds. According to SRL. The timer on the bottom shows a bit different, but I don't know. And we have in chat, that was a about a 6.5 second PB for Einea. So, adef finally getting refight skip. That's good. So now, adef is going on to Wily. Oh? Oh. Aw. I wanted that to happen.
I was gonna say, I'm not familiar with that zip.
I don't think it does anything. I think it's just pure swag, because I've never seen it in my life, but I would want that.
Good job to adef for finishing off that match.
Officially official SRL time of 22 minutes 52 seconds. But that's not all the Mega Man for you. This is a best 2 out of 3. So we've got another, at least 1 match, and hopefully 2 matches coming your way.
Right. That means more Mega Man time, and everyone can agree, more Mega Man time.
Woohoo! So,
To answer Dr. Nate there, it's more of his sister.
let's talk about the lore of Mega Man. No. Robots, that's the lore. I did it.
So if Proto Man and Rockman are brothers and Roll are sister, then what does that make their robot masters then? They're bastard,
I don't think they're related.
Uncles?
I don't think they're related at all.
Bert Terp, to answer your question, Elena won that match. We're just waiting for them to start the match again.
Whoop fun whoop, save yourself. Just stop. Oh, jeez.
That's not official canon, so it doesn't count.
Alright. We have the rematch room getting ready for the race, for the second round.
Geez, Dr. Nate.
This is... Alright, well, to distract chat, I'd like to inform you that the next round is going to begin very soon.
And looky there, we have our winner match marker up.
Yeah.
Yay.
Here we're off. Back to Cutman. So I just spent the past 20 minutes not thinking a single thing about Cutman except for when he appeared in Wily 2. So, the stage is still pretty tricky and still includes a lot of hard jumps. Yeah.
One thing to keep in mind if you haven't been watching or even played this game, those Susies that are coming up after the screen, they are actually random. They have like several patterns that the runners have to dodge from. So
yeah, and they just like kind of like they're like, it's kind of like deciding, I don't know, what dress you're gonna wear to work. Maybe I'll wear the green one. I don't know. Just pick one and hope your boss likes it.
I wear the same shirt every day for a week. Woo!
Okay, that's probably not the cleanest thing, but I mean, if it gets the job done, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what's definitely not broke are the skills of these runners. Scaling easily through this section of Cutman stage.
To answer Oven Buster, the difference between Mega Man and Rockman is only the title. There is no difference. You don't see a difference in games until you get Rockman 2, just because of the text. Other than that, Rockman and Mega Man, there is no difference.
Distinct. Both of them having to take damage from the eye. And now we have the Cutman fight. Assume air quotes. Actually, adef kind of struggling a bit. It almost looks like a boss battle from here. Almost.
Ooh, Einea getting 4 bonus dots. That's gonna give adef a little catch up to him. It looks like they're almost in sync, actually.
Almost, yeah. They were in sync entering that big eye screen, straight up. And the Left-Man stage is... I don't think I said this the first time around, but I think it's in contender for the hardest stage in the game. If I had to pose a challenger to this, I'd probably say Wily 2, but this one is pretty tricky. Imagine everything, all the tricky tricks that you saw in Cutman stage, and then crank it up to 11 once you get the magnet beam and do every jump imaginable.
With those lemons on the ground, you actually want to jump into him because you're going to tiptoe otherwise, just walking straight into him. Doesn't matter if you have full energy on your health and weapon, you're still going to tiptoe, so it's best just to fall into him.
In this game, I don't know if this applies to the rest of the series, but in this game, when you walk into even when you have full energy, when you walk into a health upgrade or weapon energy, you're going to lose all your speed.
Einea trying to do the... Almost looked like he was going for the zip 1 level.
Yep.
But chose to abandon it. He might have, shall we say, soft-locked it.
Don't do that.
So far, I think we've only seen 2 or 3 soft locks, so
yeah,
let's hopeful that we don't get any more of this tournament.
And in response to my comment earlier, I see several people mentioning that one of the hardest stages in the game will be the stage after this one, Iceman, which, that's a good point. I totally forgot about Iceman because I don't do, like, any of the hard strands. It's a stage that's built on strats, basically, and I guess we can almost start talking about Iceman because we're at the end of Electman's.
Oh, that was... I've never seen this strat before from an adef, just jump and shoot. Ballsy. Looks like Einea is going to go with the slow strats just to make sure he gets into the stage because he looked like he might have just died from one of the elect beams. Jumping over those evil penguins. Oh. Looks like adef is going to go for the ice pixel. Nicely done. One thing you have to be careful at this spot is you can die, and that's a 30-second, I think, loss if you die right there.
Yeah.
Einea getting the zip, and then the next zip. Good job, sir. Pulling out those stops.
Alright. Sorry, I had to spend most of that ice stage trying to deal with a quick falter in my connection and a few tech things. But according to what chat's saying, Einea had a very clean Iceman stage, so I'm just gonna take their words for it, their word for it, as we head into Fireman. Nice clip.
There's two strats that you can use here. One that most racers use is just using the mag beam to get over those Cheetos. But I've seen one other racer in this tournament use the other strat, and that would be Squidman using the ice weapon to get past most of these parts, and then switches over to mag beam to get that pitfall zip. So, and we've got the fire zip here coming up on adefs.
Hopefully gets it and without a death. Pops out a little early, but I mean, a zip is better than no zip. And into the boss door. Starting a little bit with the corridor zips.
You got getting a better fire zip. Let's see if he can pull off the corridor zip.
With very little magnet beam. There's one. That was a good one. And adef taking out Fireman. So both racers headed into Bomb Man. Again, fairly basic except for one zip about halfway through that leads to the end of the stage. I feel like that's a common theme in this game.
Got adef jumping into those energy drops. Nicely done. Looks like Einea is struggling a little bit with those bomb. Having to keep getting knocked back there. You want to use as much glitch as you can It's a little tricky from what I understand to get those pause glitches in.
And adef getting a nice zip, entering the boss.
Nice, and knocks himself even more to the right.
Hopefully we'll see adef get a better pattern than previous race.
Nice. Now we've got Gutsman starting.
And we have someone in chat ask about, not this Mega game, but Mega Man 3. And at this point, I think it would be a good point to mention. If you go to MegaManLeaderboards.net, you'll not only get leaderboards for each Mega Man game you can find, you can also find resources to get yourself into speedrunning any of the Mega Man games that you'd like to run.
For any game, for that matter, if you want to speed race.
Mega Man game, I'd recommend it there.
Gutsman is typically a shorter level, and even shorter with the mag beam. Looks like adef is struggling with those corridor zips. Nice, gets the swag grab this time around. If he keeps this up, we'll have a third match. And Einea getting the bomb kill. Nicely done, and the swag grab. Congrats! Well, if it looks cool, it must be faster. Looks like adef is not going to go for the mini zip here. Looks like Einea. Oh, no, never mind. It looks like he bailed at the last second on the zip that you can do right here. That only saves you just a few seconds if you can pull it off. Typically, where adef is, you can do a 2 beam. 3 is alright, but best you want to do 2 beams on each of those 2 climbs there. Einea is struggling just a little, but manages to get past. adef getting down Yellow Devil. Nicely done, Einea, getting the quick kill. Nice. He has hope yet. Come on, guys, we can do it. Hey, Dev, getting his Mag Bean refill. Still has a little time. Waiting for Einea to come catch up to him. Looks like Ainea's gonna get that refill as well. Looks like they're going for the glitchless strats in this one. I'm sure that'll change as soon as they get to the lower part of Wily 3. Nicely done, adef gets the fire zip on the first try. Got Einea coming up on just a few seconds behind. Nicely zipped by Einea. Let's see if we can get... Oh, doesn't quite get the full skip, but nonetheless the skip. Got a nice fight so far with adef. Let's see how Einea is doing. Just barely getting into the fight. Nicely done on adef. Let's hopefully he has enough weapon energy for Wily 4. Einea got a cleaner fight, it looks like. And adef had one bonus dot, so let's see how well Einea did with that. Might be able to catch up. Ooh, that's gonna cost him boys and ghouls, but anything can still happen. We still have 2 more stages to go. Let's see if adef goes for... Oh, looks like he's gonna go Buster again, the safe strats. Let's see if we get some dupes. Looks like Einea might be in trouble if he doesn't get these dupes. Looks like they were... Excuse me. I do apologize. I'm still getting over a stupid cold. adef might have to do this without the second blot. Manages to pull it off. Let's see how well Einea gets this next zip. adef gets it on the first try. adef gets it on the first try. Nicely done. We might see another match, boys and ghouls. Einea hot on his heels. It's gonna come down to who kills Wily quicker. Sorry, I don't have SRL up, but it looks like adef has won this match, and we're gonna get a third match. This is what we want. We want a close game. GG, everyone.
So I'm sorry, I had a little bit of my internet just died on itself. And I'm back. I'm back in the SRL room. The official SRL time for adef in first place was 20 minutes 39 seconds. Einea got second place with 20 minutes and 52 seconds. So just a 13-second difference on that second race.
I was wondering where you went. I'm just like, I'm by myself and I'm having a coughing fit.
I as soon as I realized my internet died, I went on my phone, my cell service, and got in chat and tried just explaining, hey, my internet died. But I am back now.
Yay.
So, gonna try and stir up some friendly hype in the chat. If you have a favorite that you want to see take the third game of this match, go ahead and cheer them on right now before the race starts.
Go, Bob. More Bobs. Go, Bob. More Bobs.
I believe in you, Bob. Can we get a tie on game 3? Hey, sure, why not? I don't see why not. I don't see why not.
If there is a tie, which I highly doubt, they'll have to go for a fourth game, which I'm okay with, but very unlikely.
I like hard selections take. Everyone's a winner. Go chat.
And they're all for the third and final match, boys and ghouls. This has been an exciting morning. This is worth getting up early for, to say the least. I think I lost my co-commentator again, so looks like, yeah. They're getting. Looks like Einea's in the lead for now, but anything can happen. So let's hope that we don't get any more. Excuse me. And don't worry, you cannot catch this cold from me from the internet. Yeah, could we get a chair for Beaver's, Larry D. Beaver's internet here? Looks like adef is now pulled ahead. This is going to be a good game, it looks like. Let's hopefully we can get a clean fight on adef's part. Einea barely just getting into the boss room. Looks like he's got a better pattern this time and everything under control. It's going to come down to the bonus dots on each of these stages. Ouch. That's gonna cost Einea a few seconds there. Now to the tower climb. It's really gonna come down to these tight corner jumps and the jips. Zips. I can't even talk now. I like it how some people fire their lemons just to get timing on these Yoku blocks. And I think everyone's gonna remember me now for these jips and not zips. adef going for the mag zip. Jip. I'm just gonna roll with it. Einea, hot on his heels. Anything can happen. Oh, I got the... Oh, good gravy. Now I'm tripping over myself. adef gets a good jump from Big Red there. Let's see if he can keep this lead. Einea also getting a good jump from Big Red. Nice fight from adef. Einea making the tower climb into the boss room with little or no incident. Nicely done on adef's part. 0 bonus dots. Like I said, this race is probably going to come down to the bonus dots. So, can I get any predictions from the chat here? Who's going to be our winner of this race? This is just too close to call, guys. adef trying to go for the ice pixel. Gets it. Nicely done. You got Einea getting a mini zip there. Gets knocked off, but let's see if he can get that ice pixel. Nicely done. Little setup on that part. That's gonna give him a... close that gap there. This is gonna be close, guys. adef making his way into the boss corridor. Let's see if he can get his zips here. Oh wait, never mind. He's gonna go to Elect Beam. Einea getting one of those zips, closing that gap even more. This is a very close race. This is totally awesome, guys. Two bonus dots from adef. 4 dots from Einea. This is going to be a really close race. I've said this. I'm trying to get into the SRL here. Sorry. Einea is hot on adef's hills. Didn't fall into the lateral fire beam there. Gets the pit zip. Let's not get gypped today. adef coming up to the fire zip. Let's hope if he gets killed on this one, Einea is gonna pull way ahead. Nicely done. Managed to pull it off. Einea misses the platform. Let's see if he pulls off his swag zip here on Einea. Manages to pull off. That zip right there always scares me. Because if you don't jump in time, you're going to just end up back into the pit. This is the worst zip in the game, in my opinion, right there. adef manages to kill firemen there. With 0 bonus dots on adef. Einea gets the quick kill. Nice. 0 bonus dots on there. It's gonna, like I said before, it's gonna come down to these bonus points here. Give me a break, guys. I actually woke up early to commentate for this race. I still believe, too. I believe he can do it if he manages to pull all the stops. adef managing to get across the stage there with his mag beams. He's going to be coming up to the bus room skip. Manages to get the screen wrap. Nicely done, executed. We've got Einea coming up the rear. adef finally getting into the bomb man. Let's see if he gets a nice pattern. Misses the shot. Able to get that weapon drop. Have about a 5-second... No, actually... yeah, he's about 6 or 7 seconds behind. Einea manages to get a faster kill. Got 1 bonus dot. Now we see adef getting into the next stage, pulling up those platforms there. Keep cheering for your favorite racer. This is going to be a very close race, guys. Getting... Gotta be... Oh, that was close on Einea. You gotta be careful with those mag beams. You can screen wrap yourself into the pit there. Manages to get to the next stage, past those miners. You got adef coming up into the corridor. goes for the moonwalk on adef's part. Look. Getting the... Decides the 6 with bomb, unfortunately not getting the swag kill. If Einea could get this, he could actually close that gap there. Nicely done. Gets the swag grab included.
Bomb Man's weapon is just the worst thing ever.
It is the worst weapon in all of Mega Man.
Also, hi, I'm back now.
I was gonna say, welcome back.
I'm still having some problems, but it's working, I think? No, okay. No, I don't know.
Well, I'll take you when I can then. I'm drowning here. Having issues with the Cheetos, bonking his head. Let's hopefully he gets past the race spikes. Nicely done at adef. I am missing out on those 3 fleas, though they're almost frame for frame. After all of this, guys, this is going to be really close. It's going to come down to probably the Wily fight again. Einea getting the 2 beam. Nicely done on both of them. Moving into the next room. Einea needs to be a little more careful than adef. It looks like he can't get hit once or twice at most. Getting the quick kill on Einea. adef shortly after that. This is too close. Too close. adef getting no bonus dots. Einea with 1. Still slightly ahead. Now we're into the first half of the refight. This is going to come down to who kills him quicker. adef staying to the left side, getting down quicker. Just getting past the sprinklers. That's going to... Yeah. I think Einea knows that they're pretty close, so he goes ahead and skips the weapon drops. Kills Elecman quicker, gets down. adef just about a second behind. This is really close. Something you expect of people of this caliber. This is going to be a very good game. That weapon drop, or that energy drop, is going to cost adef a little bit of time, giving Einea just a little more of that lead. It's going to come down to who can kill the copy bot quicker. You need to get in with the rhythm for cool runnings.
Hello, hello.
Hi!
This is Major Lori to speed gaming. Is this working?
This is working.
Okay. Oh, this is close. I've gone 15 seconds without buffering. I think I got my internet working. My internet comes in first place with a time of around... Oh, there's the buffer.
Einea with 5 bonus dots. And adef with 5 bonus dots. So we gotta... So... No gain, no loss right there. They're gonna have to pull out both the stops.
One thing we've seen is Einea's been going for dupes on the boss in Wily 3, but adef hasn't. So, could possibly give Einea an advantage if the same thing happens.
Right. No beam lefts, you are correct on Einea, so he's gonna have to shoot out the second block in Wily 4.
They're both duping, it looks like.
adef knows that he's in trouble. He can't dink around anymore.
Both of them. Oh. Ooh. adef winning the dupe off.
It's probably gonna actually come down to the refight zip. adef manages to pull off on the first try. Einea is gonna respawn the mag beam drop.
Mm-hmm. And getting refight zip first try. This is really, at this rate, adef's race to lose.
Nicely done. It's still not over. adef could still die on the Wily fight if he's not careful, which just did happen. Oh wait, no. Never mind.
I think his weapon energy was at 1, but...
Oh, for a second there, it looked like, from my perspective, he exploded.
No. adef finished with an official SRL time of 20 minutes, 38 seconds. As Einea heads into the final fight.
Nicely done. This was a very close race.
Absolutely.
GG to the both of them. Seriously.
The 21 minute 24 second SRL time for Einea.
Now to bring, if you guys aren't following adef or Einea, this would be a good opportunity to follow these two racers. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put their Twitches up there in chat. Give them a follow.
And yeah, and it looks like, speaking of, Einea is gonna pass, but it looks like we'll be able to get adef in here for an interview.
Yo.
So how are you doing today, fine sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel good about those races, honestly.
Oh, definitely. GG,
Those
man.
Really good.
I think, like, you know, it's the first two races. I'm proud of getting sub 21 on all three, but I think my first race was probably the strongest, and then the weakest, and then the second one was probably my best, and then the third one I just like was choking little stuff everywhere. And so I never watch the stream while I'm racing, but due to the way the third game was going, I was like, I should probably check just to see where I am. And at Wily 2, I missed that the ladder grab for a pretty solid amount of time, and I realized that like I have to go for dupes.
Yeah, and that worked out in your favor.
Yeah, and I ended up getting all of them, which never happens.
The Mega Man god smiled upon you today, for say the least.
Indeed.
I have a tendency to dupe. I do guts first in my route because I'm still kind of getting used to the early magnet beam.
Sure.
Sure. I tend to get dupes well mashing through the blocks to get the magnet beam, so I always like seeing one of those perfect fights with all the dupes. Always impressive.
And the way you want to see the fight, obviously, is like you still have all those blocks left on screen, but right. But the way that I did it, I just like it was my last chance.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to move on to round 2. Next round, I think I'm gonna have to play Endy, which is I'm gonna need to practice a lot, because the guy's a madman. So I'm looking forward to that race, though, because I think I'm really going to have to like put in some really solid work.
Oh, definitely. That's like going up against Cool Kid as well.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thank you guys for commentating. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
I do have one question for you. What was going through your mind on that last race as soon as you were getting into Wily 3? Because that was close, really close.
This last one?
Yes, just this last match. So
I was thinking to myself, like, alright, I must be close to, yo, Victress, I'm so sorry. I don't know, I thought that match had already been played. Victress, beat Endy and we can have a sick match. You know, I missed the ladder grab so many times in Wily 2, and so going into Wily 3, I was like, okay, I need to get everything first try. If I don't, then there's literally no way I can win. So I basically just, like, entering Wily 3, I thought to myself, okay, so the magnet beams, I definitely need to get both of them first try, which happened. And then I need to not miss the zip, so I got the zip, and then going in, I was like, okay, I have to do the dupes, there's no other way I can win. And it ended up working out, luckily. So yeah, I was really nervous going into Wily 3, because typically, like, I don't know, the first game I was definitely nervous, the second game, after what happened in the first one, I sort of, like, mentally gave up and just let my hands do the work. But then the third match, I was feeling okay, but then into Wily 3, I was definitely nervous, because I knew I had to pull everything. And as a result, I'm happy with the way it went, but it was definitely nerve-wracking.
Oh, I bet.
Yo, Victress, I'm sorry for the disrespect.
I was saying at the beginning of that last match that you guys had to pull out all the stops. Because, like I said, it was very close pretty much throughout the whole match. You were ahead for a little while, and it wasn't until Wily 3 that you guys were almost frame for frame.
Yeah, the one peek I took at the stream right before Wily 3... up until the ladder in Wily 2, we were like neck and neck to the frame, and then I missed the ladder stuff, and he pulled ahead a little bit. But up until then, yeah, I think it was really close. I think Einea and I are really well matched, just because we're both consistent. We're not like, I would say neither of us are like incredible players per se, but both of us are just really consistently in that like middling 20 range, and so I think that makes a really good matchup.
Definitely. Do you have any other questions for him, Laurie?
I can't really think of anything off the top of my head to ask.
Alright, well then, in that case, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for commentating, everybody, thanks for watching, and I will see you for round 2 versus either Endy or my boy Victress.
And speaking of which, this is not, I guess I could talk about this. This is not all the Mega Man 1 today. in just about, if I can math, 2.5 hours, 3 p.m. on Speed Gaming 2 is going to be DXDR Dexter, however you want to say it, versus Casio Third, which is going to be one of many great races. And then at 5 p.m., 2 hours after that race, about 4.5 hours from now, still Speed Gaming 2, you have Cool Kid and Tired Monkey racing each other. And on the same stream is going to be Andy and Victress. So that match will be determining adef's opponent next round.
Indeed. All right, guys, take it easy.
I guess we're going to wrap it up here. I was your host, Bob Dead Builter, and my good fellow, Laurie Day Beaver. Have a good day, guys. Bye!
See ya.